Hey, what's going on, Summoners? My name is Nathaning, and I'll be walking you guys through this week's weekly news update. There's a ton of different things to cover, even with Riot's week off. Whether it's a look at the possible VFX update, item changes, new skins, or even the smallest of changes overall, here at ProGuides, we've got you covered. Be sure to subscribe and stay tuned until the end so you don't miss out on any important updates now and in the future. Nonetheless, let's hop right in. Starting us off strong, we're going to be taking a look at the long list of new skins that Riot has been working on. Even with their week off, Riot made sure to provide us with some great content when they come back. Diving right into the newest skin line, we've got additions to the Battle Bunny universe. In this cyberpunk-based skin line, we've got skins for Vayne, Misfortune, Riven, Jinx, and Sylas, with nearly each of them sporting a different animal as their theme. First off, let's take a look at the more basic skins with Battle Wolf Sylas, Battle Cat Jinx, and Battle Bunny Prime Riven. Each of these skins are going to be aiming at 1350 RP and will feature new models, textures, visual effects, and sound effects, and also of course the recall animations. As with all of Riot's newest skins, there will also be 9 chromas for you to choose from so you can personalize them to match you best. Moving on to our next skin, we've got the leader of the Anima squad, Battle Bunny Misfortune. This is a legendary skin priced at 1820 RP, and it features new models and textures, new visual effects, new sound effects, new animations, new recalls, new voiceover, and even a flashy overlay that appears during her ultimate. This is a skin that has a ton of time put into it, and it truly shows. If that wasn't enough, this legendary skin also comes with 6 chromas for you to choose from. It's a nice step up from Riot's previous legendary skins, and it's arguably better than Misfortune's Gun Goddess skin. Finally, let's tackle our final Anima squad skin with Battle Cat Jinx's Prestige variant. That's right, Summoners, if you like the original, this new Prestige variant offers vibrant pink hair with an overall gold and white theme for Jinx. While we're still unsure how much the skin will be, it can be assumed that it'll cost around 10 gemstones or its newest variant upon release. It's overall a pretty nice skin, but it's hard to say if it's worth it until we see the price. Before we dive into other things from the PvE, don't forget to check us out at ProGuides.com, where you can view our great catalog of challenger coaches that can personally create a walkthrough to your dream rank. Got a busy schedule? Well, we've got you covered. Our trained roster of coaches are here 24/7 to help you guys reach your goal, whatever that may be. So what are you waiting for? Go check us out and make sure you get that victorious skin this season. Regardless, let's dive right back into the video and get into the rest of the PvE content with one of Riot's newest skins that requires Mythic Essence to purchase. Pulling us back into the video, don't think that we've forgotten about one of the coolest skins that Riot has ever released. With Riot's new Mythic Overhaul, they're looking to retire the Hextech theme and are instead creating seasonal thematics. This means that every season there'll be a new Mythic theme, and this year, we got the Ashen Knights thematic. For our first champion joining the skin line, we've got Ashen Knight Pyke. This skin looks amazing and reminds a lot of people of Soul-like games. On release, it looks like it's going to cost 100 Mythic Essence and will eventually jump up to 125 Mythic Essence later on. Overall, this new Pyke skin is an important stepping stone for Riot's journey on their way to making the exclusive skins feel great again. It offers a really unique art style that we haven't seen in League for quite some time. It truly makes you wonder what other champions could fit the skin line just as well as Pyke did. While we're on the topic of Mythic skins, let's actually dive into a small breakdown regarding the Mythic Overhaul. If you're still unaware, Riot is looking to retire gemstones and is looking to create an entirely new system that works around Mythic Essence. On top of this, skins are going to be looking to increase in value while also giving you an opportunity to earn some points through battle passes and missions. Don't worry, if you've been sitting on all your gemstones, they aren't just going to vanish. They will be converted at a 1:10 ratio, so that way you can continue to save up for a skin that you really like. The new Mythic Essence will replace gemstones and prestige points as a new universal currency for purchasing skins and loot. Alongside the new Mythic Essence, there's also going to be a rotating vault. This vault will allow you to purchase older Mythic skins. Speaking of purchasing older Mythic skins, if you already own quite a few in your collection, don't worry. When those prestiges are unvaulted, you'll receive an exclusive modified version of the skin that is meant to thank you for your investment on the original. Think of these as exclusive variants like the Championship Riven skin. The skins are currently included to receive exclusive variants are Bewitching Misfortune, KDA Evelyn, Project Aurelia, Arcade Caitlyn, Netbringer Lee Sin, Firecracker Vayne, KDA Akali, Valiant Sword Riven, and a lot more. So if you're looking to be the owner of one of these exclusive variants, be sure to purchase one before the Mythic Essence transition. Once that transition is over, you will no longer be eligible for the exclusive variants and will have to settle for the alternative. Each of these exclusives feature a very nice touch up to the skins that will give them a little bit more extra flair. As a few examples, we got Firecracker Vayne having a new red highlight in her hair, and Fuzz Fizz's crown having a big diamond on the top. Overall, we are sure that the owners of these exclusive skins will be fairly happy with the new variants. Although it does suck that the originals will lose a little bit of their rarity, it's great to see that they're offset with something almost as rare. Now, before we continue on with the video, don't think for a second that we have forgotten about everybody's favorite ProGuide tradition. For our question of the day today, we want to ask you all, what champion do you want to join the new Ashen Knight skin line? I think it would be really cool if Talon got something like that, but Nobody really wants to see them in their games, on their team or against them, so it's just for me, I guess. Anyway, let's get back into the video and check out some stuff regarding a possible visual update. As we dive back into the video, we have the possibility of a new visual update for Kassadin. It was revealed earlier this week that Kassadin received a brand new splash art on the PvE, and it honestly looks amazing. With Riot mentioning the future Void event while also hinting at a mini rework for an unknown champion, all the signs are pointing towards Kassadin. While his in-game model is fairly new and his kit isn't outdated, it'll be interesting to see how much Riot is willing to change if they end up going through this change for Kassadin. Regardless, even if they don't give him a visual upgrade, this new splash art has become one of the best work that Riot has done yet. It gives a nice mix of staying true to his classic splash while also giving him an intimidating stance and overall powerful energy. Taking us back into the BBE, we want to cover one of the bigger changes that were spotted concerning runes. First and foremost, we've got the removal of Ravenous Hunter. That's right, the era of taking Ravenous Hunter on nearly every champion is finally over. Even with this long list of nerfs since release, it seems that Riot is still unsatisfied with its place in the meta. Coming in to replace Ravenous Hunter, we got a new rune called Treasure Hunter. With Treasure Hunter, you'll gain an additional 70 gold for each Bounty Hunter stack that you get, and it will increase by 20 for each bounty up to a maximum of 150 gold. These stacks are earned the first time you get a takedown on each enemy champion. In other words, we now have the literal implementation of a Bounty Hunter stack. With this rune, you can get a bonus of 550 gold after getting a takedown on each champion. It may not seem that crazy, but for volatile junglers and supports who easily pick up takedowns early on, it's a massive boost in gold income. Pair this with things like Collector, Triumph, or First Strike, and you've got an extremely powerful gold generator. We'll have to see how this rune does with more testing, but just imagine the possibilities. Imagine how powerful Pyke will get with this ultimate, giving him double kill gold, a Treasure Hunter bonus, and some extra Triumph gold. Overall, it's interesting to see that Riot decided to remove Ravenous Hunter, but it shows that they're willing to own up to their mistakes and adjust things. Before we continue on to the end of the video, if you want to join an amazing community of people like you that loves lists, talk pieces, and other things like this, check out our Discord using the link found in the description. What are you waiting for? Join up! That being said, let's get back into the video and take a look at our final few points and go through our patch rundown. Now, before Riot took their week off, they decided to pump out one last hotfix since there wouldn't be a real patch. Due to this, we won't have our traditional patch rundown during this weekly news update, but we'll still cover the key changes. This hotfix looks to nerf some of the higher win rate carries while also attempting to open up opportunities for other champions to join in. This is mostly centered around the current bot lane meta, but there are a few other things that will change and we'll quickly go over them. Starting us off strong, we've got a buff to Ryze that increases scaling with mana but decreases base damage. At first glance, this is a nerf to the tank Ryze build, but thanks to his high amount of mana, it actually works out to be a nice buff for all of Ryze builds. Next, we got some changes to Master Yi, who suddenly spun out of control with his buffs. These look to dial down his power by reverting his E's base damage and ult cooldown while also buffing his base HP by quite a bit. Moving on to the bot lane, we've got a few minor stat changes to Aphelios that lowered his base HP and armor. This will look to weaken his laning phase a little bit more, so he's not as safe. We also have a whopping 2 AD increase to Draven, which is most likely meant to push him towards the meta as a good Aphelios counter in lane. Alongside this, we have the Queen of the bot lane receiving some nerfs. Jinx had her Q mana cost significantly increased by being 20 at all ranks. Plus, her range from her Q has been nerfed early on, so she can't harass as easily. For all of our Ashe players out there, we've also got some decent buffs for her. Her W now has its mana cost scaled down from 70 at all ranks to being 75 to 55. Ashe's ult cooldown is also being decreased by 20 seconds at rank 1 and 10 seconds at rank 2. This will give her far more agency in the early game, and it may be enough to put her back into the bot lane as a good pick. Next, we have some various changes that are buffing his W's on-hit AP scaling, as well as giving his ultimate 50 more base damage at rank 2 and 100 more base damage at rank 3. Varus is already doing decent in the current meta, so it'll be interesting to see how well these changes push him higher up in the ladder. Near the bottom of our changes, we've got Lucian, who has had his AD growth increased by 0.6, as well as passive damage increased by 10% AD scaling. These aren't enough to bring Lucian back into the meta, but they'll definitely help him out a little bit more, especially when it comes to having a powerful duo like Lucian and Nami. Last but certainly not least, we've got yet another list of Zeri adjustments. Moving down her list of changes, we got her base AD being nerfed by 5, while her HP growth is being increased by 5. Alongside this, her base armor is being decreased by 1, as well as losing 0.5 scaling per level. Her charged basic attack is now having its max HP damage scale with levels, which will make it a little bit weaker in the early game. Moving on to her actual abilities, her Q is having its damage increased by around 3 damage per rank. Her E will now have a steady 23-second cooldown at all ranks, which may change its max order to last. Its piercing damage is also going to be nerfed early game by quite a bit, but it'll also scale up to 100% at max rank. Finally, her ultimate is reducing its stacks granted per champion hit by 1, and the bonus movement speed per stack is being cut from 2% down to 1.5%. Whew, what a mouthful. Anyway, that sums up our video for today, and thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to check out our ProGuides family at ProGuides.com. We offer exclusive giveaways and classes that you won't catch anywhere else, so stay tuned and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. We'll see you guys in the next video, but don't forget, stay safe, stay healthy, and have a wonderful day. Peace.